All right, today we're going to tackle one of the most powerful and honestly most misunderstood tools you've got, your will. We all think we know what it is, but what if we've been using it completely backwards this whole time? So let's just jump right in with the question. Have you ever tried to force an outcome? To just will something to happen or will someone to agree with you, only to end up feeling totally frustrated and drained? Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And it turns out that feeling of pushing against the world, it's a huge sign we're getting it all wrong.
We tend to think of our will as this mental muscle we can use to just shove the world around, trying to influence our boss or a client, or maybe even just the traffic. But the source material we're looking at today says this entire approach is a fundamental mistake.
Now check this out. The author here does not mince words. They're saying that trying to impose your will on another person isn't just ineffective, it's a form of coercion. And it's just as wrong as using physical force. Wow. That is a powerful statement, so let's break down exactly why they say that. And this really lays out the logic perfectly. Look, if you force someone to do something physically, we have words for that. Slavery, robbery. The argument here is that when you try to compel them mentally, you're going for the exact same result. You're trying to get something from them against their own wishes. The only difference is the tool you're using. But in principle, it's the same violation. So here's the absolute game changer, the crucial point. Your will is not for controlling others. It's for controlling yourself. Its true purpose is completely internal. It's the force you use to command your own attention, to discipline your own thoughts, and to keep yourself focused on the actions you need to take. It's about self-mastery, not other mastery. Okay, to make this crystal clear, let's walk through a modern example. Just imagine an entrepreneur trying to land a huge client. We're going to look at two very different ways they could use their will in this exact situation.
So on the left, you've got the misused will. This entrepreneur is a nervous wreck, right? They're trying to send these say yes vibes across the table, replaying past failures in their head, just worrying constantly. All their energy is pointed outward, trying to control something they just can't. Now on the right, this is the correct use of will. This entrepreneur uses their will to control the only thing they can, their own preparation. They stay focused, positive, disciplined. They use their will to perfect their presentation and to hold a clear vision of success in their own mind. I mean, who do you think makes a better impression? Who's more likely to actually get the deal?
Exactly. The power is all in self-discipline. And that brings us to the next big idea, from our source. If the main job of your will is to control your own mind, well, what does that actually look like day to day? How do you do it?
Well, the source suggests this idea of a mental diet, where your will basically acts as a gatekeeper for your mind. The idea is to actively use your will to shift your focus away from certain things, specifically away from obsessing over poverty, reliving past financial failures, or binge-watching news that just fills your mind with gloomy, depressing stuff.
And here's exactly why that mental diet is so critical. Your mind just can't hold two opposite pictures at the same time and expect to create one of them. You can't be trying to build this mental blueprint for wealth and success while you're also flooding your brain with images of failure and lack. It just doesn't work. One is going to cancel out the other, every time. This is just such a simple but profound way to put it. You don't get healthy by obsessing over every little detail of every disease out there. And in the same way, you're not going to create wealth by obsessing over poverty. You become what you focus on, not the opposite of what you focus on. So where should your attention go instead? The source is really clear on this. Use your will to fix your attention on these things, on the abundance that already exists in the world, on your own detailed, clear mental picture of what you want to create, on the idea of getting rich through creative contribution, not by beating somebody else, and finally on the underlying belief that abundance is actually the natural state of things. Now here's where the source makes a pretty controversial point. It argues that the most effective way to help people in poverty isn't through charity, which it claims can actually just keep the focus on lack. Instead, the authors suggest the real path is through inspiration. By achieving success yourself, you become living proof of what's possible, and that can inspire others to find their own way out. And this quote, it just captures the entire philosophy perfectly, doesn't it? Stop sending your mind out into the world to do battle with things you can't control. Keep it at home, inside yourself, and use it to build the mental causes of the success you want to see. Your power is internal, not external. Okay, so let's wrap this all up. Let's boil it down. First, your will is for self-control, period, not other control. Second, its main job is to be the fierce guardian of your attention. Third, direct that attention consistently toward the vision of what you want to create.
And finally, be absolutely ruthless about cutting out the mental junk, all those thoughts of lack, failure, and poverty. And that just leaves us with one last, powerful question for you. Now that you know its true purpose, where are you going to aim your will today? Is it going to be outward, in a pointless attempt to control the world? Or will it be inward, to master the one and only thing you truly can, your own mind? The choice, and all the power that comes with it, is yours.